Mike, hello, hello, and welcome back to another stream. We're going to be doing some Latin today. I had a go at seeing we had an eclipse here in Europe, specifically also the UK. It wasn't very good. It wasn't very good. I couldn't see much. I didn't buy the sunglasses. But let's the last Latin stream we did it was a bit uh it was a bit it wasn't very good. I was feeling kind of burned out, I think. So hopefully we will not also be. Let's hope the burnout has faded away this time, and we can have a sort of bit of fun. I need to turn my fan down a bit because even though it is quite hot, it's so loud I can't hear myself think. And let's head over to the PDF screen and figure out what's gone on with PDF because it's almost certainly not in the right place. Let's bring it over a bit. And I think that's generally how we have it. Oh, ay, 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 ay. Okie dokie, and I come up to, how far do I get up? I get up to about here. Okay, about here. Okay. Okay, so it was a bit of a scramble to get ready today. I'm already an hour late, so it's a bit of a scramble. But I think I have more or less made it. I'm sort of a bit frazzled at the moment. I'm not 5 minutes wasn't enough to get ready. So we're going to be continuing with this. I think we got to here. I think, and we're just sort of we're gonna have a go at it. We're gonna drink some water. That's a good way to get started. The last stream, the Satisfactory stream we did yesterday, went really well. I went for almost 5 hours. It's crazy. Although of course it's a gaming stream, so it's not quite the same as if I'd done Aristotle or something for 5 hours. That would be impressive. Of all the streams I do, I'd say it's the one that's least impressive to stream for a lot of hours for. And in fact, of some of the Satisfactory streamers that I do follow, they often stream for like 10 hours multiple times per week because the game is just kind of that addicting. I did have a quickly go back into the save file after I left because I wanted to add something to the to-do list. Ugh, one moment. Surprise, we've gotten some nuggets. A box of nuggets. It's quite a lot of nuggets. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. He only ate 5 nuggets. How interesting. My brother bought some nuggets and has given me the rest of them. Yeah, they're cold! I don't want them to be cold. I'm going to heat them up in the microwave. I'm back. I reheated the nuggets in the microwave. Oh, too much stuff going on that isn't streaming. That isn't reading Latin. But what I was saying was, I after I finished the stream, I went back into the Satisfactory world just one more time to add a note to my to-do list. That was the only thing I did. The note was to add some buffers for the water and coal going into the coal generators. Because I haven't unlocked batteries yet. These are a bit too hot. Because I haven't unlocked batteries yet. And I won't for a little while. I don't think anyway. Or, well, they're kind of expensive to make anyway. But what I can do is I can build buffers for the water and the coal. And that sort of does the same thing as the battery, where if for whatever reason I lose the water or the coal going into them, the power won't immediately cut out. And if the power cuts out, it's very annoying to turn back on, because you need power to make power, so I'd have to go building biogenerators and all that sort of nonsense. Oh. So I'm going to do that in 2 weeks' time. All right, let's have a go at reading some Latin. I'm absolutely not in the right mindset at the moment. It's a bit of a frazzle. Cruesa. What is Cruesa? Cruesa means broken. Oh, we're in that story about Troy, aren't we? 1 minute, so I'm constantly eating the nuggets in the meanwhile. Haec locutus Pius Aeneas, is that qui Deus et patrium ad parente delegat? Okay, Pius is good enough. So, Haec locutus Pius. Oh, it's probably pronounced Pius. Aeneas patriam in Umeros sustulit, et parvum filium mano tenens dormo egressus est. Dormo, I've forgotten what dormo means. Dormo. Home, of course. Domus. We should learn that from our Monty Python. Oh, I didn't check just how much of the thing. Oh, it's both sides of this. Well, yeah, I was just sort of checking. Cruesa. What was Cruesa? We just had that broken. Cruesa eos sequibator. Creusa. Now Creusa is in capital letters here, so I think it's actually talking about a name. Eos sequibator. A girl, perhaps. Not sure why a girl would have such a name, but I don't know. Eta. So, okay. Eta per tenebres. Tenebres, it's like darkness. I think it's darkness. Yes, darkness. Eta per tenebres vadunt. I think that's a form of veni, but I will check. It is. Eta per tenebres vadunt, et aniam quem dudum neque tila neque agmen Grecorum commovebat. Dudum Paulo ante. Paolo ante cum movere. I think that's a different word. What's this sentence saying? Et anium que dudum neque. Let's figure out what dudum means. Dudum. Long time. Paolo ante? That doesn't mean long time. Or just now, a while ago? A little bit before, perhaps? Neque tila, neque tila means finish in Greek. Does it also mean this in Latin? Weapons, perhaps. Weapons, gauze, web, cloth. I'm not getting a clear translation there for tila. Neque tila, neque agmen. But agmen will give us. I thought, yes, agmen means like sort of troops in a military sort of concept. So tila perhaps means weapon. Neque tila, neque agmen. Grecorum commovabat. Commovabat? Something movement related. Not sure what that sentence is trying to say. Nunc omnis aura, ventus levis. Ventus levis. Light wind, favourable wind. Breeze, good enough. Nunc omnis aura, omnis sonus. Terret. Cum paritor filio patrique timeat. Iam portis apropinquabant. I think this means this might mean to direct one's attention to. Approaching. Pretty similar. Iam portis apropinquabant atque salve esse videbantur. Cum anchisis per umbram prospiciens fugae mi fili exclamat. Hostis apropinquant. Clipeos atque gladios mecantes cerno. Mecantes cerno? What is mecantes? Sparkling? Perceive. Atque gladios subito movere ac fugere. This is a different word. This is mecere. Let's see what that gives us. Honestly, I don't think this these translations are any good anymore. Subito movere ac fugere. To move and shine suddenly. What fugere? Really? Let me go to another dictionary. One minute. I'm not sure I believe this. What do we get for fulgere? We got fulgeo and fulgo. Oh, I guess it means to glow, to shine. They have shiny swords, I guess. Que re perturbatus dum aeneas celeritor e nota via discedit. Celeritor also means like shine, I think. E nota. This is slow. We'll keep going. We're just rusty, I think. Cruesa incurta constituit. Neque maritum aberrantum seque potuit. Aberrantum, like does this mean to aberrant, like aberrant, like unusual? Does this mean to flee? Aberrant. Stray. I see, that's where we got the word aberrance from. Potuit means possible. Nec prius ille respexit, quam ad tumulum templumque cereris pervenit. Nec ille respexit prius quam respicere prospicere. Prospicere I think means to observe. Respicere must mean something else. Respicere, to look back. Ah, of course. I see. Respicere instead of prospicere. Nec prius. Prius means first, I think. Before. Nec prius ille respexit cum ad tumulum. Tumulum, does that mean like tumultuous? Tumulum, mound. Okay. Ad tumulum templumque cereris pervenit. The flashbacks of Latin lessons, indeed. We're a bit rusty, and we're also totally distracted by this box of chicken nuggets before me. Which are getting cold really quickly. I have to eat them quickly. But we're doing terrible with the Latin right now. We didn't even notice the difference between prospicere and respicere. With the difference being the bit at the front. Hic cum uxorem ds videret. Ds. Uxorem ds. Comes from, I think, ds. ds. To be missing? No, I don't believe it. Maybe? I think that is in the story that the wife goes missing. Filio et patre et penatibus apud socios relictus. Ipse armatus in urbum reverit, et eadem via qui veneret. So I was distracted there. Ipse armatus in urbum reverit, et eadem via qui veneret, domum patrium repetavit. Veneret, domum patrium repetavit. I hate saying W's for V's. I might stop doing it. It sounds so dumb. Quam Graecis captum et incensam invenet. Or at least maybe I'll stop making them so W-esque. Do we have no, too much of a joke. I was going to put on a berserker ST, but it's too much of a joke. Inde procidens regiam Priami et arcum revisit. 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 Huck, is Huck a form of Hock? It is. Huc undique divite Troiani ex templis incensis erepte conferebator bantor pueri et matris pavide matris pavide longo ordine circumstabant. Huc undique, it's kind of with the cake clock, yeah, all those words. It's quite an uncommon word. You don't see hook with a U too often. It's a pretty uncommon one. But it's just occurred to me thinking about this. So the Greeks trick the Trojans into taking in the Trojan horse under the assumption that the Trojans are very pious people. And I assume the Greeks are also pretty pious. And so they destroy their own walls to bring in this Trojan horse because they don't dare damage the horse itself. Very, very pious people. They don't damage religious things. But here the Greeks have invaded, and they've set the temples on fire. That's quite impious, even though it's your enemy. You know, even in modern times, we generally leave such things alone. And especially since they have basically the same religion, so they should both, you know, even though it belongs to the enemy, it's still very odd, very odd. Although it has been known to happen. I think the temples at the Oracle at Delphi were destroyed many times. Or was it Ephesus? I forget. But it does happen. Pueri et matris pavide. I wanted to find what pavide meant. Pavide. Fearful, I see. Pavide longo ordine circumstabant. Longo ordine circumstabant. Stabant, does that mean stand? Yes. Longo ordine. Ordine? In order? I'm not getting the sentence here. The boys and mothers who were fearful stood in long order around something, the temples that were burning. Let's put the whole sentence in and see what it says. Children and mothers. The frightened children and mothers stood in a long line around them. I see. Kind of a strange thing to do, I think. The longo part. Aeneas autem per tenebres erans conjugum suam querebat. Quin etiam clamare ausus est meistusque. Meistus. Is that like master? Meistus. Sad? I guess so. I think this is the part where he loses his wife. I can't remember if this was just an unlucky tragedy, or whether the gods did it on purpose. Curesem iterum que vocavit, quod cum diu nequiquam fecissit. Imago atque umbra ipsius cruese viro stupente apparet, et his dicis eum consalator. Quid juvat me lugere, o docis conjunx? Lugere. Lugere means to mourn, actually. Non sine numine deorum haec eveniunt. Nec fes est ti hinc comitem portare cruesem. I think there's an explanation here of what happened to his wife, but I'm not getting it. Oh, one nugget left. That's the end of the nuggets. I'm gonna drink some water. And then we won't have any more such distractions. So, as I try to drink water. Okay. Now we can lock in. Okay, cruesum iterum quae vocabit quod cum diu long time. Okay. Nequiquam, that's one of those quisquam quam quam quim quam words, but it's got neque at the end, so it's a neither. In vain. Fascinating. Cum diu nequicam fecissit. His cries were in vain. Imago atque umbra ipsius. Image and shadow, I think. Ipsius cruesse, of cruesse. Virus stupente apparet, et his dictis eum consalator. Okay, the image of Cruesse appears before him to console him. Quid juvat me lugere, o dulcis conjunx? I think this means husband. What does dulcis mean? Dulcis means like warrior or something. Sweet. Okay, not warrior at all. Non sine numine. Numen. Voluntas deorum. Numine? Numen. I see. The gods intend this. Non sine numine deorum haec eveniunt. Happen. This has happened. Nec phase est ti hinc comitem portare crues was phase. Right? Divine law? I think I've heard that word before. Nec phase est ti hinc comitem portare. Is this like commit? Companion? Nec phase est ti Hinc cometem potare crescem. Rex Olympi hoc non sinit. Sinit, sino, is that sinit? Sinus. It's not listen, I don't think. Allows? How is that allows? What is sinus? Sinus. Sinit. What is that, the sino? To allow, I see. Dio per vastus ingens et desertus Maria tibi navigandum est et tandem interam Hesperium venis ubi inter ava uber fertilis, I see. Uberima fluit Tiberis amnis. Amnis. Is that like Finnish? River? Oh, it's just another word for river, I see. I've not seen that word for river before. I should try to remember that. Illic regnum tibi paratum est et regia conjunx. Noli mea causa lacrimus effundere. Iamque valle et nati serva communis amorum. Nati serva communis amorum. Oh, I'm not focused. Et nati, that's natural, I think. Servants. Comes together. Love. Iamque valle. Et nati serva communis amorum. As your love. I think this is a sort of a. I think I give it to saying. Let me put it in the translator. The translator gives me nothing, but I think I know what it means. Haec ubi dicta dedit. Haec ubi dicta dedit. Lacrimantum et multa volentum. Dicere desuerit. Tenusque recessit in auras. We had auras earlier, that means breeze. Dum ille frustra imaginam eos effugientem amplecte, like amplify? Something great? Like rise, amplecte? To embrace, I see. Ac manum comprehendere conator. Conator is one of those words I've forgotten a million times. Tries. Tum demum Aeneas nocte iam consumpta ad socios revertit, atque ebi admirans sociorum novorum magnum numerum invenit, et virorum et feminarum qui undique eo convenerant, ut duce Aenea in alias terras look at this long word. Proficis gerento. Quos omnis Aeneas postero dio di secum trans monte duxit. I thought they went across the ocean. Let's see where they go. Let's see their transport. Where's Troy? So Troy is here, modern day Turkey. Yes, they go through the ocean. I guess maybe they go through the mountains first, and then they get to the ocean. And then they go up here to Thracia, They go through the Aegean Sea down to Crete. Crete. I don't think they find anything in Crete. Then they carry on and they go past Ithaca, which I assume is the reason why the story does this is because Virgil is very uncreative and wants to draw parallels between the Odyssey. Then they cross over to Italy. It looks like they almost go to Italy first, but they just sail along its coast, and they go to Sicily where they meet I forget her name. Oh no, they don't meet her name there. I thought they went to Carthage. I thought that's where they met the Queen of Carthage, whatever her name is. But perhaps she's in Sicily. I'm not sure. And then eventually they go to Italy. Penates. Households, dwellings. Let's see. Oh. Eaque secuta est hiem Troiani profugi sub Monte Ida. Do we have Ida on here? No, we don't. But it's somewhere around there, I'm sure. Glassum viginti navium Ida ficaverant. Prima estate pater anchisis navis deducere et ventis vela dare ubebat. Atque Aeneas cum sorcis filioque et dis panatibus. Households. Household gods. Yes, of course they bring the gods with them. Very important. Litora patriae reliquit et campos ubi Troia fuit. Primum in Thraciam Okay. Primum in Thraciam vecti sunt ibique in litore curva, no, curva, linea curva, noram urbum condere valebat. God damn my throat. It's been terrible. All stream. It's been dreadful. Rex Fratiae amicus et socius fuerat Troianorum dum fortuna fuit. Itaque Priamus cum suis res desperat filium sum Polydorum in Thraciam miserat cum magno auri pondere. Sed rex ille infidus, cum fortunam Troianorum recedere videret. Contra ius, fasque Polydorum obtrunca. We're losing it. Obtruncavit, et auro vi potitus est. Hold on, I've got an idea. Let me turn on something. Oh, nice is on. Hold on. Yeah, we'll go with that. Filium sum podorum fregum miser. Okay. Et auro vi potitus est. Quod cum Trojani profugi cognovissent. Quito e terra scelerata excedere constituerant. Ergo ubi primum ventus secundus fuit, iterum in autem provecti sunt. In medio mare Agio est insula Apollini sacra, nomine Dilos. Haec insula Troianos fessus tuto porto recapit. Ibeque Deus Apollo, quam prius Aeneas in vetere templo adorabat, novum terram Troianes, et posteris eorum pollicatus est. Dilo relecta Cretam perseverant, quis insulae magna pars ab incolis deserta erat, naribus in litus subductus Juvenis. Trojani iam novum urbum edificabant. So, Trojano iam novum urbum edificabant, et ava nova collebant, cum foeda pestilentia homines miseros afficere coepit. Once again, we're looking up what coepit means because I always forget it. Began. Et simul sol flagrans agros sicos adeo torribant, ut nec herbum nec frumentum fere possent. Cum omnis his malis perturbarantur, di panatis, quos Aeneas secum Troia extulerat, nocto insomnis e visi sunt ante lectum ad stere. In lumine lunae plene, atque his dictis consolari. Nos cui te, Dardania incensa, per mare tumidum, secuti sumus, nos idem posteros tuos in caelum tolemus, imperiumque urbi eorum dabimus, tu longum fuge laborum ne recusaveris, versus mutander est sedis, non licet tibi in haec terra considere. Est terra antiqua quam Graei, Hesperiam, in coleipse Italiam dicunt, ea nobis sedis propria est. Illam terram quere, age, surge, et haec dicta laetus refer parentitur. Refer. Bring back, I see. Hoc somnio et voce divinia stupefactus Aeneas, et lecto se corripuit manusque ad caelum tendens Deos precatus est. Quo facto patrum sum diri cutiorum fecit, qui sine mora terram illam longaquam querendum esse censuit. Trojani igitor paucis relectus, hanc quoque sedem desuerent, et russus vastum e cor classe procurebant. Oh, I'm starting to know as high energy as yesterday. But we're doing pretty good with the reading, all things considered. We're going at a good pace, I think. Neither rushing nor going slow. But I am tired. Postquam in autumn provecte sunt navis neciam ulteriore apparabant. Nimbus repentinus solum occultavit imbrem tempestatum quae afferens. Continuo magni fluctus surgant et navis per mare vastum iactantur. Palinurus optimus gubernator erectum cursum tenere non poteeret neque diem noctumque neque diem noctumque discernere cum nec sol inter dio nec stelle noctu apparerant tres dies totidem quae noctes navis caeque erabant, quo ad quarto dio in littora strophadum delete sunt, strophades dicunta due parve insulae in mare Ionio site. Inde posseab Harpaius monstrus fodissimus harpes fodissimus quibus corpora volucrum voltis virginium sunt. Does voltis mean top? Do you want? I see. Oh, they want virgins, I see. Ad septriones cursum tenuerant. Notus vela implebat, naves celeritur per undes vehebantur, quo ventus ferabat. Iam in medio mare aperabant, insulae ardue Zacynthus samique et Ithaca, regnum et patria Ulixis, mox etiam cernibator, Lucata, insulae Lucadiae, promunturium. Do you know Latin already, or do you have a Latin to English dictionary? I do have a Latin to English dictionary, though I don't have to use it for every word. And also, hello Basil. I don't think I've seen you around here in a long time. I hope you're doing well. But I sort of, it's like any language. You know some words and you don't know other words. And and whether I'll look up a word or not depends on how keen I'm feeling. If I look up every word, you overwhelm yourself, because if you look up one word and then you look up another word and then another word and another word, and then you've forgotten the first word you had. So there's sort of a limit to how many words you can look up per minute or something like that. So sometimes I'll go for a sentence and I'll pick and choose. So sometimes I get every word in a sentence except one word. So I'll look up that word and now I get the whole sentence. Or sometimes I get part of a sentence, but there's one word that I'm like, oh, I kind of want to know what that one means. And sometimes I get the whole sentence, and sometimes I don't get the sentence at all, and I just move on because I think, it's too difficult. I was just curious because I came into the moment where only Latin was being spoken. Oh, indeed, that's also to be fair, that's part of my laziness. Actually, there's a challenge in reading the sentence, and then you read it in the language, and you kind of get it. You kind of get it, because you're used to these words, and you kind of get it. But then there's a bit of a challenge and said, okay, what does this mean in English? and so sometimes when I'm lazy, I think all right, I get it myself. I just keep on reading, and there's no hope in attempting to sort of bring the chat along with it. So I often make these streams sort of thematic. Like I kind of expect that no one knows what the words mean. Like I could be lying here. I could be lying about everything here. I could say for all I know, I might not know a single one of these words here. But it's a fun thing. I think my best hope is just sort of make it sound kind of cool. And I'm not actually doing that right now. I'm really kind of low energy, so in an attempt to actually understand myself, I'm not speaking in a very natural tempo. I'm sort of going word by word and thinking carefully. But that's okay. That's okay. There's no we're not competing for being the best streamer here. But what is going on is they're doing the story of the Trojans after Troy gets destroyed. What happens to the Trojans? And in the Aeneid, the guy Aeneas, he takes all the Trojans, the ones that survive anyway, and he takes them on a boat, and they flee Troy, and they go to Italy, and they become the Romans. And so I think here they've just gone past Ithaca. You see Ithaca. Regnum et patria Ulixis. That's having Ulysses. Mox etiam conabata Lucata, insulae Lucadiae promuntiorum. Also, my pronunciation is really bad. Like I don't know how much there's. I don't know how to quite describe this, but you get words in Latin that are kind of like words in English, or actually it's the other way around. Words in English are like words in Latin, but they're longer. They're longer than they would ever be in English. So you get this promuntarium. It's not how you would have an English word, but it looks like an English word. You think, oh yeah, like promontory or something, or promontus or something you might have in English, but it's not English, it's Latin, and so it's sort of like promontorium. It's really strange. Here we got another one. Metuendum. It's like you might get like metuend or metend or something that you would get in English, like an English sounding word, but in Latin it's always a bit longer. It's always a bit longer, and of course the reason is because it's like each Latin word is like a combination of all bits and pieces that explain what the word means. So we got sacrifica, it's like sacrifice. We got sacrifice here, and then verence. And I'm not sure what this means. I know what sacrificia means, and I know what verent means, but I can't remember. I can't put them together. So we'll put it in our dictionary. Sacrifica verens. They sacrificed. Okay, there we go. It's a declension, I think, or conjugation, or whatever. That's a little less common. I would see often enough. Hunc locum Troiani feci petiverent. In terra migressi Jovi sacrificerent, adque Aeneas clipeum quidem hosti adimeret, ad fores templi fixit et hunc versum inscripsit. Aeneas haec di Danaes victoribus ama. Tum socios potum linquere usit, ac navis ab insula Lucadia, praeter litore epiri vecte protonus ad portum buff roti urbis accaserans. This is sort of something. It's a trivia sort of thing, but they do this quite a lot. They'll defeat some sort of army, and they'll put a trophy for their victory on the beach. And these sort of victory trophies supposedly lasted for hundreds of years. I think who was it? It was Alexander the Great. I think there's a story where Alexander the Great is said to have gone to the beach at Troy and seen the victory trophy that the Greeks put there. And he just said that was just a thing. That was just a thing. That it was just there. I doubt it's true, but because there's a propaganda element to it, I think. Where he sort of, he wants to sort of compare himself to Achilles, and there's a funny sort of like train of inspiration throughout history where you get someone says they want to be just like Napoleon, but then Napoleon said he wants to be just like Alexander, and then Alexander said he wants to be just like Achilles, and maybe Achilles, either he was, maybe he's doing the things like, oh yeah, I'm the best, or maybe he wanted to be just like the gods or something, or his mother was a god. I don't know. I wonder what Achilles is doing nowadays. Andromache et Helenus. Hic fama incredibilis is alata est, Helenum priame filium, regno epiri potitum, esse potitum esse, atque Andromachem videum Hectoris, uxorum dux isse. Haec fama. Does that mean fame? For some reason, Google Translate is really slow right now. It does mean fame though, but yeah. So I'm using Google Translate because it's quicker than I don't have to press enter. It just does it automatically. But it's really slow right now, and I've got a theory why. I think that it's not actually a dictionary. I think they've replaced it with AI. Because it's kind of taken about the time an AI takes, and it's gotten worse in quality. I think they're using AI that's connected to a dictionary instead of just connecting to the dictionary. It's really dumb, really dumb. But I think that's what they're doing. I've got a fixed physical dictionary, but that's really slow. But if this gets any worse, if I start typing in words and it gives me the wrong translation, then I'm gonna have to start using that. Haec fama stupefactus Aeneas, cum e viro ipso curtior fieri cuperet. Classe in porto relicta ad urbum progedibator, sed ante urbum Andromachum invenit, quae in Luco, Silva Deo. Okay, it's like a grove. In Luco sacrificat, manusque Hectoris invocabat. Oh yeah, Hector's dead, of course. Yeah, this is I think this is Hector's son or something. Or Hector's wife, maybe? I wasn't paying attention. Manusque Hectoris invocabat, ad tumulum et dues aras quaes ibi sacriverat, ut Aeneum conspexit venientum et arma Troiana agnovit. Re incredibili exteritor paluit, animusque eum reliquit, labitur et post longum tempus tandem nate dia vivesne inquit, aut si e mortuus revenis, dic mihi Hector ubi est, lacrimaes quae effudit, et omnum locum clamore implevit. Aeneas turbatus paucis respondit. Vivo equidem vitumque per maxima pericula servo, ne dubita veris, sed quae fortuna te revisit Hectoris Andromache. Illa votum. Oh yes, of course. The wife of Hector was Andromache. That's it. I've got a. They used to be my old banner for ages. There was a nice painting by what's his name? I forgot the name of the guy now. Damn. I'm running out of hard drive space in my brain. Things that I remembered for a long time, I'm now forgetting. But the wife of Hector was Andromache. She was sent on an island somewhere. Illa voltum demissit, et parve voca locutor est, se et Helenum Troia capta, e Pyrrho in Epirum abductos esse. Postea vero, cum Pyrrhus interfexus esset, aboreste. How do they know this? Agamemnonis filio. Helenum caeona, parte apere extrema. Portitum esse et se uxorum duxisse. Dum hic narrat. Narrat? Is that like narrate? Narrat? Tells, it is like narrate. An unusually short word by Latin standards. Itemque di caso aniae et ascani pueri querit. Ex urbe venet Helenus cum multis comitibus, qui civi suus laetus agnoscit, eusque in urbem ad convivium magnificum invitat. Prius, quam inde digressus est. Aeneas e rege Heleno, qui diviniamente numina forbe sentibat, quae sivit, quae pericula sibi vitander essent, ille immolatis ex morde juvencis, anium ad forbe templum mano duxit, deendi divino ex ore hec fatus est, nate dia, pauca tibi dicam. Nam, he's still speaking. Pauca tibi dicam. Nam cetera fare vetat iuno, Italia, quam tu iam propinquam esse reris. Longo curso absti dividitur. Prius circum Siciliam tibi navigandum est, quam in illa terra urbum condere poteris. Haec Italia littore quae nobis proximus sunt, effugere cuncta oppida e malis Graecis habitantur, sed ubi ventus ad oram siculam ti advexerit et fretum angustum e dextra patibit, levum pete, nam illud fretum duo monstro horrenda tenent. Latus dextrum Scilia, levum caribidis, quae in emo, what's an emo? Emo, bottom, deep, I see. Where was I? In emo, gugute latens, raptus naves, vastus fructibus, merget. Ad Scilia, cui caput et pectus est vaginis, venter lupi, cauda delphini, ex antro suo obscuro navis in saxa trahis. Praestat totum Siciliam longo curso communere, quam semel Sciliam in formam videreat saxa illa resonantia experi. Praeteria hoc unumantia omnia ti moneo, semper unionam primum adora atque illi die potenti maxima sacrificia fec. Sic denique Sicilia relicta, totus in Italiam pervennis, haec sunt quae mea voce licet ti monere, age, vade, et factis tuis Troiam ad caelum tolle. Quae postquam Helenus latis divinio ore fatus est, dona magnifica ad a navis feri usit. Item Andromache ascanio vestum pretiosam, quam suis manibus conficerat donavet. Oh, we're doing pretty good. We're sort of I think the last time we read some books that were too difficult from us, so it feels rewarding to read something that I can read, but it's also still difficult enough that we are actually making progress. I guess that's the eternal struggle of learning a language. You have to, if you want to make good progress, you have to always be reading something that is just a little bit too difficult for you. And because you know that there is something that is a little bit too difficult for you, you feel like you never know the language. You feel like you're eternally a beginner. I could go back 20 chapters in this and I could read it effortlessly. It would feel natural to me because it's easy language. The easier part of the book. And from that I could say, oh, well, look, I know the language. And in a way, I do know the language. You know, for example, I'm not very good at reading, Charles Dickens or something. He's quite a difficult author. But if I can't read Charles Dickens, I wouldn't say I don't know English. I would just say he's a difficult author. Maybe it's because these are not living languages, so I can't. When you speak to a person on the street, if you can understand them, you say you know the language. Just because you can't read a difficult writer doesn't mean you don't know the language. They're just difficult writers. So it's hard to get have an idea of what that is in Latin or any dead language because you can't see the people. Oh. Let's see if we can get through this next segment. How long is it? It's kind of long. Oh, it's the end of the chapter though. We might be able to do it. Let's give it a go. Let's give it a go. Io da Troiana. Wait, yeah. Mons Etna. Io da Troiani Juxta Carunia Promontorium Vexisunt. Unde cursus. I keep reading cursus here now. It keeps appearing. Course. I see. Unde cursus brevissimus est in Italiam. Post solis orcasum in litus egressi sunt, et fessi somno se dederant, sed media nocte Palinurus cum ventum secundum caelum serenum fideret, signum proficicendi dedit, iam aurora ab oriente rubebet, cum proco humilis colles appuerant, Italia primus exclamant, Acatis, atque soce omnis laeto clamore Italiam salutant, tum pata anchisis, magnum paterum in mero implevit, atque in celsa pupistans Deus invocavit, di maris et terrae tempostatum quae potentis, ferte viam vento faculum et spirate secundi. Iam velis plenis Italiae litoria propincobant, templumque Minervae in arce aperibat. Aperibat? Doesn't that mean appear, or does it mean create? Aperibat. It appeared, what? Templumque Minervae in arce aperibat. I don't remember this part of the story. But this is a really boring part of the story, I think. It's a forgettable part. Neque vero in terra illa Grecorum moratis sunt, sed iunoni sacrificis factus praeter littoria Italia ad Siciliam versus navigaverant. Mox proco conabator mons etna, et simul et dextra audibator. Audibator fragor, quam saxa fluctibus pulsata edibant, atque in infirma voragine voragne aperipas fundus maris. Neurum haec est illa caribidis inquid anchisis. Hos scopulos haec saxta. We could get in saxta as well. Yeah, it's taken a long time. It's very strange. Rocks. I see. Haec saxa horrenda Hellenis memorabat. O soce eripite nos e periculo. Primus palinurus. Proram ad levum vertit. Et cumta classis remis ventisque levum petivit. Inde, postquem solcidit, fessi et ignari viae ad oram caeclopum advertisunt. Iucta haec loca surgit aetna. Mons ingens unde fumus flammaque ad caelum edunto intedium etiam saxa lapidesque cum fragore horribile ab immo fundo emittunto. Totum illam noctum Trojani poteriti in silves latuerant, cum causum tanti fragoris ignorerant. Postero de Paolo and Paolo ante solis autumnvi ignotus extrema fame. Oh, my head hurts now. Postrema fame confectus e silvis processit, atque suplex manus ad litus extendit, barbum horrentum geribat et sordidam schisumque vestum, ad Graecus erat, quondam amatis adversus Troiamissus, ubi vestimenta et arma Troiana proco agnovit, Paulum exteritus restitit, sed mox ad litus si contulit cum fleto precibusque, perdius superis vos oro, tuercri, hinc tolite me, in quaescumque teres abducete, hoc satis est. Fateo me cum ceteris Graecis ilium bello petivisse, quam ob rem si tantum est scalus meum iacite me influxus. Si pereo hominum manibus perisse juvavet. Yeah, we'll make it. Hoc audiens ipse pata anchisis Juveni supplici dextrum dedit eumque interregavit. Quis esset et undevenerat, illo victor tandem terrore hec respondit. Ex patria Ithaca, Troiam profectus sum gomes infelicis udixis. Hic me soci dum trepidi fugiant, in vasto caeclopis antro desuerant. Monstrum infandum est caeclops, ille nomine Polyphemus, qui carne et sanguine hominem miseorum vescito. Egomet vidi eum in medio antro iacantum duos di nostro numero mano prehensos, ad saxum frangere ac membro eorum cruento devorari. Nec vero talia passus est Ulixis, nam cum Polyphemus carne vinque impletus per antrum iacuerat, nos longam hastum acutum in oculo eos eis, quem Solomon media fronte habebit, defiximus, et tandem socios Nakatas ortisumus, sed fugite o misere fugite ac funeris navidum incidete, nam qualis polyphemus talis centum ali cyclopes infandi ad haec curva littora habitant et in altris montibus erant. Vix haec dixeret cum ipsum polyphemus pastorum cae cum inter pecudos suas ambulantum viderat et littora nota patentum monstrum horrendum informe ingens cui lumen ad emptum postquam ad mare venit vonus magnus cum gemitu lavit Troiani vero celerito funnis inciderant et navis remis incitaverant. Hoc sensit Polyphemus, sed cum meos capere non posset, clamorum horribilem sustulit, quos mere et terre contremuerant, atque penitus resonat mons cavus, cae e silves et altis montibus ad littora concurrerant, unde singulus oculus Troianos e conspecto abuentus prospicerabant. Troiani profugi, postquam pacinem et lilibeam pro munturia circumvecti sunt, tandem sub monte Erice, autum Drepani petiverant, ubi e rege acesta benigne recepti sunt. Hic Aeneas genitorum ancisum amisit. Ille enim confectus etate e vita ecessit, nequam extantis periculus erectus. Aeneas postquam ossa patris in monte Erice sepelevit ex Sicilia, atque e sepulchro genitoris digressus est. Carthago. Oh, that's as far as we'll get. Oh, we did okay. We did about an hour. We wasted 20 minutes in the beginning, but we did about an hour. That was good. It was a bit low energy, but we did. You know, we made progress. Oh, I'm very tired. Thanks for watching. I still don't have an outro.